We have a bunch of really important stuff to talk about here for the future of Black Ops Cold War Zombies and the DLC map season that we're going to be seeing here. Did Treyarch just finish the DLC season for round-based maps by saying that Berlin is releasing in Season 4? Will that be the end of the round-based content? It will still continue with Outbreak potentially, but for normal zombie maps, it might really just end there. But we also have some other stuff to talk about here, some major XP issues with zombies right now, the ballistic knife being OP in the game, and a bunch of other stuff to go through here in today's video. I want to thank you guys. We are now about 640 subs away from 74k on the channel, so again, unreal support. If you're new and would like to subscribe, I really would appreciate it. And if we can go for 700 likes on the video, I'd appreciate that so much as well. Let's get started here. Let's go through some positives, some cool stuff added to the game. First thing, ballistic knife in Season 3 in zombies. Super hyped to have this here. Here's a clip from Mr. JK Lop on Reddit, and he is showing us that the feature in the past where if you upgraded the ballistic knife in the game, it would act as a little revive tool. You would shoot out the knife and you would instantly revive a downed player. Super useful ability there. Really fun to use in the past zombie games. That has returned in Cold War Zombies. It works just as well. Just super cool to see. And another video here of the fully upgraded ballistic knife in the game against the Orda in Firebase Z. As you could see, this is an extremely quick boss fight here, very similar to what we saw with the upgraded crossbow, the R1 Shadow Hunter, when that was first added to the game. It was super quick, and I'm pretty sure they did actually give a slight nerf to that weapon. So I'd assume here, this seems way too quick, and will most likely also get a slight nerf in the near future. But overall, really good and fun addition to the Zombies game. Some more stuff here. The community reception to the new fields upgrade Toxic Growth seems to have been fairly positive. Here's a post on Reddit. Guess I'm running Toxic Growth from now on. I've seen so many different clips of people using this fields upgrade, and as you see here, it seems really powerful and really useful. This guy's on round 30, 31, so it's not too high of a round. I would definitely like to see someone on round 80, 90, 100 plus, just to see how well it actually performs against zombies, specials, elites at that rate there. If you get into a sticky situation, would it be more beneficial to use Toxic Growth as opposed to Ether Shroud or Ring of Fire at that point in the game? So again, let me know down below your experiences with Toxic Growth, but overall, seems like a really good field upgrade in the game. Unfortunately though, there's no way that Treyarch's going to add a really good fields upgrade to the game without heavily nerfing another field upgrade in the game right now. Deadwire Tier 5 exists. Treyarch, it's nerf or nothing. So link to that from Reddit down below, but super funny there. This is just so unfortunate. Treyarch, time and time again, especially with zombies, feel the need to balance zombies by nerfing the features in the game. Deadwire was super OP with the recent update, and then they nerfed it, and it still was good, but not as OP, and then they nerfed it again with the recent update with Season 3, and now apparently people are saying it is just useless, and I haven't used it myself recently, but let me know down below, do you guys agree with what everyone has been saying about this fields upgrade in the game? I don't understand why Treyarch feels the need to do this to features in zombies. I mean, we're literally fighting against AI in the game. Who cares if it's a little overpowered? I think what they said in their reasoning for this in the recent blog post was that they wanted people to use the other fields upgrades. They wanted it to be a bit more balanced, but Treyarch tends just to nerf stuff in the game. Chances are it's always too overpowered and Treyarch has to nerf it. There's never really upgrading something's ability or upgrading the actual damage or usage. I feel like it's always nerfing it down. Might as well just upgrade the things in the game. This isn't multiplayer. Why not make everything really fun and good to use? So I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. Let me know down below what you guys think about that. Another big thing here, an XP issue in the game. People are not receiving any XP for playing zombies, and it's kind of funny because the recent update said that they would be increasing match bonus and overall XP earned in zombies, which is a pretty big deal because we haven't really been talking about that, but they've actually paid attention and noticed that, okay, you know what, let's give them more XP because they are just not getting enough XP for playing zombies, leveling up their weapons and all of that good stuff. But here, pretty much everyone I'm seeing, they're not receiving any XP. So this guy over on Reddit says, me and the boys just played to wave 13 of Outbreak and only got 3,000 XP in total. Anyone else have experiences with super low XP as of Season 3? Another guy on Reddit posted this, an image image from the blog post: progression, increased XP and match bonus XP gained in all zombie modes. And down below, I guess he got negative XP from one of his zombie games, which is just super funny. So here again, some clear issues with XP. Let me know down below if it's been as bad for you guys as well. But Foxhound FPS actually did respond here. We're currently investigating reports like this thread regarding earned XP that some players are encountering. We'll update here. We have more information to share. So they're definitely aware of this. They're looking at it. It's a pretty big deal. People are getting barely any XP, negative XP in zombie. So this should be fixed super soon. So that's definitely good to hear. But it always sucks to see these issues here. They try to fix something in the game, but instead it turns out being even worse than before. So sometimes these things are out of their control. They don't obviously do this on purpose, and it's not too big of a deal. It'll be fixed really soon. Let's go through now the reaction to no round-based zombies map in season 3. Some stuff here from COD Zombies HQ, Codename Pizza, their opinions on this, and then we're gonna do some analysis here on the release dates for round-based zombie maps in Cold War, what we see between Firebase Z and Berlin, and the fact that we may not actually see any more round-based maps in Cold War Zombies after Berlin in season 4. So let's start off here with COD Zombies HQ. He says this is the worst case scenario for Zombies players, with no mention of the Outbreak Easter egg. It'll likely come in season 3.5, so it seems like another several month long wait for an actual Zombies map. Codename Pizza also says by this point in Black Ops 3 we had Shadows of Evil launch map, The Giant launch map, Horizon Rock DLC 1, and Zetsubo no Shima DLC 2. And for Cold War, in terms of round-based maps, we only have D Machina and Firebase Z, and the leaks were that Firebase Z was actually supposed to be a launch map. So theoretically, kind of here, we only have 2 launch maps in the game. COD Zombies HQ goes on to say this: Cold War Zombies is turning out to be one of the best ever gameplay-wise, which is very true, with the richest meta unlock system and the absolute least amount of actual Zombies map content since World at War. Such a shame. What is going on, Treyarch? So let's talk about this here. Let's look at the release date schedule for round-based maps in the game. So for now, we know Season 4 is releasing, according to the Battle Pass, in about 54 days from now. That brings us to Wednesday, June 16th for the end, and Thursday, June 17th for the beginning. So Berlin would release that Wednesday night. Now let's look at the wait between Firebase Z DLC 1 and Berlin DLC 2. February 4th to June 17th, that's 133 days in between these two maps. Over 4 months in between DLC 1 and DLC 2 in Cold War Zombies. That is just unreal. Now, just imagine if we have to wait an extra 133 days, around 4 months after Berlin, to see the third DLC round-based map in the game. That would bring us to around October 28th, 2021, which is pretty much around the time the new Call of Duty will end up releasing. That is such a bad outlook for the DLC map schedule here. It doesn't make sense for them to wait this long in between DLC round-based zombie maps and then at the end of the season end up releasing more. It seems like here, if they're waiting this long in between the maps, then overall, we're going to end up not seeing that many maps. We're going to end up seeing max 3 DLC maps. Again, we don't know for sure what their plans are. Maybe at the end of this game's life cycle, the end of Season 6, we see a drop of a bunch of different round-based maps. That would be super cool, but why would they do that all at once? Why wouldn't they just give it to us on a regular basis, one new round-based map every season? Why would they just drop it all at the end of the game? So it's making me think that at the end of this game, maybe we won't see this huge influx of round-based maps, and again, the entire life cycle of Cold War pretty much will just be a couple, 2 to 3, maybe 4 zombie maps in total, which just really sucks to think about, but that really might be the case here. Margwabot explains a bunch of this over on Twitter here. He says Season 3 doesn't have to have a zombies map in order to make it the biggest season. I think people forget that in Black Ops 1 through Black Ops 3, we only had traditional maps, whereas in this game, we have overall more modes and maps. Onslaught, Outbreak, traditional maps, maps, cranked, jingle hells, etc. He goes on to say containment as well. So them adding a handful of onslaught maps, maybe 2 outbreak maps, 2 objectives, maybe another mode, a field upgrade, a new perk, it would already make it a pretty big content update, even if we're not getting that normal survival map. And the new Warzone map would make it the biggest season since season 2 of Modern Warfare. The fact that they're working on making Outbreak bigger makes me think that they don't have traditional maps planned after Berlin. The common theory was that after Die Maschina's launch, they decided to work on more traditional maps. However, because of Outbreak, they're probably putting more effort into Outbreak maps than more traditional maps. Also, friendly reminder that because we had 4 maps in a DLC cycle before, does not mean we will get 4 maps in a season cycle, especially since they're putting more time into different game modes. Last thing here, Onslaught and Outbreak should be all the evidence you need to believe that. However, obviously there's still people hanging on to the notion that the DLC cycle is still relevant. So this might just be the sad truth here. Technically, he is very right, and I do like Outbreak, and I'm glad they're trying new things here, but it really does suck to think that, you know what, there's nothing stopping them from not giving us 4 DLC maps. Every zombies game we usually get that 4 DLC map season for round-based maps. This time around, things are different. It's a season cycle. There are different zombie modes, different parts of the game they're working on, and personally, I fully understand why they don't have to give us a full zombies season with 4 DLC maps, maybe even more. The thing is here, I can't wrap my head around Treyarch thinking that people would be okay with that, because Treyarch knows very well that a majority of the zombies community really do love normal zombie maps. Maybe they have internal numbers that say otherwise. They did say that Outbreak brought the most amount of people into zombies since the launch of Cold War. I think even more than the launch of Cold War Zombies. So clearly it's performing really well for them, and maybe they just decided, you know what, let's just focus on this and also make normal round-based zombie maps, just not as many as we did in the past. So it's a really unfortunate thing here. I'm still optimistic. I always try to be, and I still think overall Treyarch has given us a really fun zombies experience with Cold War, and they will continue to do just that. I like Outbreak, so I'm enjoying all of the new Outbreak content, but I do feel for the people who really only like the normal round-based maps, and they're just left out to dry at this point. So again, I hope I'm wrong here. I hope we get more round-based maps in the future, Zombie Chronicles 2, all of that good stuff, but it just doesn't look too good here. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna stay optimistic, and yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a comment down below zombies if you've watched the entire video. It is greatly appreciated. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.